Welcome to your daily English listening practice. Today's story is called The House on Hollow Street. This is a longer story filled with mystery and fear. Listen carefully, and remember, this story is designed for learners at level A2 and B1. Now, let's begin. Emily was a young student who had just moved to the city. She needed a cheap place to live. After weeks of searching, she found an old house on Hollow Street. The house looked abandoned. The walls were gray and cracked, the windows dirty, and the garden full of weeds. Still, the rent was low, almost suspiciously low. Emily thought, "Perfect, I can save money." She moved in with only 2 suitcases, a box of books, and her laptop. That first night, Emily sat at her desk studying. The light flickered, and the air felt heavy. When she went to bed, she could not sleep. She lay in the darkness and listened. Creaking wood, tapping windows, footsteps in the hall. Emily whispered to herself, "It's just an old house. It's only my imagination." But the next morning, something was wrong. She walked into the bathroom and froze. On the mirror, written in steam, were 2 words: "Get out." Her hands trembled. She was alone. Who had written it? Later that day, she met a neighbor, an old woman with tired eyes. The woman leaned closer and whispered, "Be careful, dear. Strange things happen in that house. Nobody stays for long." Emily laughed nervously and said, "I don't believe in ghosts." But her smile disappeared when she returned inside. The house felt colder, darker. That night, Emily heard something new. A door slammed upstairs. She grabbed a flashlight and searched every room. Finally, behind an old wardrobe, she discovered a small hidden door. It creaked open, revealing a staircase leading down into the darkness. The basement. She slowly descended. The air was cold and damp. She could smell earth and mold. Her flashlight shook in her hand. Then she heard it. A whisper. "Emily." Her heart stopped. She dropped the flashlight, and the basement went dark. She ran upstairs, slammed the door, and told herself, "It was nothing, just the wind, just my imagination." But the house did not stop. The following day, she found a note under her front door. The handwriting was old, shaky. It said, "Leave before the house keeps you." Emily felt trapped. She tried the doors, but they wouldn't open. She tried the windows, but they were sealed shut. The walls seemed to breathe. Shadows moved even when there was no light. At night, she heard voices whispering her name. "Emily, Emily." Her phone lost signal. Her laptop battery drained in minutes. She was completely alone. On the 3rd night, Emily woke to the sound of heavy breathing. It was not hers. She turned on her lamp, and in the corner of the room stood a tall, faceless figure. Its arms stretched unnaturally long, reaching toward her. Emily screamed and ran. The figure followed, slow but steady, whispering her name. She ran to the mirror in the hallway and froze. In the reflection, she saw herself, but her reflection was smiling. It whispered, "Stay forever." The faceless figure moved closer, and the mirror began to crack. Emily tried to run for the door, but her legs felt heavy, as if the house itself was holding her. The whispers grew louder, filling every corner of her mind. "Emily, stay. Emily, stay." The basement door creaked open. The darkness inside pulsed like a living thing. And then, silence. The next morning, the house was quiet. From outside, the neighbor watched. She shook her head sadly. Another tenant gone. And in the upstairs window, a shadow moved. A young woman, smiling. Now, let's practice your understanding. What message did Emily first see on the mirror? What warning did she find on the old note? What happened when she tried to escape? Thank you for your daily practice. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more English stories tomorrow.